Hi children, I welcome you for the Soci class. In last class we discussed about the lesson Emergence of New Kingdoms in North India, and the topic is contribution of Rajputs to architecture. So architecture means building. It's called as architecture. Then Raksha Bandhan. So where it is originated and what purpose we are celebrating the Raksha Bandhan. So this all everything I discussed in last class. Then advent of Islam. So Islam as a religious faith, it is originated at Mecca in Arabia. Okay, where it is originated, Islam, Mecca at Arabia. The follower of the Islam they called as Muslims. Okay, so this all we have discussed in last class. And this class we are going to discuss about Muhammad of Ghajini. So you heard already this name Ghajini. So Ghajini tried 17 times right to India, but he lost. So mostly the story only arrival now among the people, but actually it is false. The real story is when the Ghajini 17 time right to India, he success all the time and he plundered many wealth in India. Okay, so today we are going to see about Muhammad of Ghajini. So Muhammad is said to have conducted 17 raids. Okay, he came to India, 17 raids into India. At that time, North Indian was divided into number of small kingdoms. So when Muhammad Ghajini came to India, in that time our North Indian kingdom is several small kingdoms. One of the kingdom is Shagi kingdom, which is extended from Punjab to Kabul. Okay, so Shagi kingdom is extended from ruled from Punjab to Kabul. So the other important kingdoms were Kannauj, Gujarat, Kashmir, Nepal, Malwa, and Bundelkhand. Those are important small kingdoms in India. So Muhammad Ghajini in the first raid were against Sagi kingdom. So is the ruler means King Jayapala. So Muhammad Ghajini defeated Jayapala in 1001. So after his defeat, Jayapala immolated himself. Immolated means suicide himself because he could not tolerate Muhammad Ghajini defeated the Jayapala, so that he suicide himself. And his successor after Jayapala, who is the successor means Anandapala, fought against Muhammad but was defeated in Battle of Vaikinth near Peshawar in 1008. So after death of Jayapala, who is the successor? Next, who is the king means Anandabala. So Anandabala also tried to defeat Muhammad in the place Peshawar in 1008. But Muhammad defeated the Anandapala. As a result of this victory at Vaikinth, Muhammad extended his rule over Punjab. Okay, so Muhammad Ghajini extended the rule over Punjab. So the subsequent raid of Muhammad into India were aimed at plundering the rich temple and cities of North India. So what purpose Muhammad Ghajini came to India means it is not focused to rule in India. He is only focused to plunder in India, plunder our wealth. Okay, so after defeated Jayapala and Anandapala, again subsequent raid of Muhammad into India were aimed to plunder more wealth in India. So mostly the temples are have more ornaments, so valuable statues, everything. So it is focused to plunder more wealth in India. So temples and cities of North India. In 1011, he raided Nagarkot in Punjab. Okay, so in 1011, he raided means going to plunder. So raided Nagarkot in Punjab. So which place? Punjab, one of the places is Nagarkot and Dhaneswar near Delhi. So Delhi, one of the places, Dhaneswar. Okay. And in 1018, Muhammad plundered the holy city of Mathura, one of the important city of Mathura also plundered by Muhammad Ghajini in 1018. And he also attacked Kannauj. Kannauj also one of the valuable places. It also attacked by Muhammad of Ghajini. And the ruler of Kannauj, Rajabala. So is the ruler of Kannauj, Rajabala abandoned Kannauj and later died. And the ruler of Rajabala left the Kannauj and escaped to other places. Later he died. Ruler of Kannauj also died. So Muhammad returned with enormous riches. So Muhammad Ghajini came to India. He plundered many wealth. Okay, enormous riches. Again he went to their place. Okay, so his next important raid took place in Gujarat. After Kannauj, next important place to attack is Gujarat. In 1024, Muhammad marched from Multan across Rajputana and defeated Solangi king Bhimadeva I and plundered Angilwat. Okay, so in 1024, Muhammad marched from Multan. From Multan, he reached to Rajputana. So, which place he went to the Angilwat means Rajputana. So, from Multan across Rajputana and defeated the Solangi king Bhimadeva I. Who is the ruler of Solangi king means Bhimadeva I and plundered many wealth in Angilwat. Okay, which place? Angilwat. So Muhammad is said to have sacked the famous temple of Somnath. So Muhammad Ghazini plundered one of the famous temple of Somnath and breaking the idol. So as on history also, he plundered the famous temple of Somnath and he broken the idol. Idol means statue. So then he returned through the Sindh desert. Okay, again he went through the Sindh desert. That was his last campaign in India. Campaign means raid. So which is the last raid. This Somnath temple is the last raid in India. Okay. So after this, Muhammad died in 1030. After the Somnath raid, he died in 1030. After death, this Ghaznavid Empire roughly included Persia, Transoxana, Afghanistan and Punjab. After death of Muhammad Ghazni, the Ghaznavid Empire, ruler is Ghaznavid Empire, roughly ruled Persia, Transoxana, Afghanistan and Punjab. These are all the places ruled by Ghaznavid Empire. Okay. So next we are going to see about Muhammad of Ghor. He ruled in 1149 to 1206. Okay. So Muhammad of Ghor or he also called as Muhammad Ghori. Okay. So Muhammad of Ghor or he also called as Muhammad Ghori started the vassal of Ghazni but became the independent after the death of Muhammad. Okay. So during the Muhammad Ghazni period, Muhammad Ghori he worked under the Muhammad Ghazni. But after death of the Muhammad Ghazni, Muhammad Ghori became a independent ruler and taking advantages of the decline of the Ghaznavid Empire. So Ghaznavid Empire he ruled Persia, Transoxana, Afghanistan and Punjab. Okay. But this Muhammad Ghori taking the advantages of decline of Ghaznavid Empire, Muhammad Ghori brought Ghazni under his control. So Ghazni is one of the place. Okay. Who ruled the Ghazni? Muhammad. He died in 1030. So after death of Mahmud. Okay, Muhammad or Mahmud. So after death of the Muhammad, okay, so Muhammad Ghori controlled this Ghazni. Okay, captured Ghazni. And having made his possession strong and secured Ghazni, Muhammad turned his attention to India. So after death of Mahmud, he captured Ghazni and Muhammad turned attention to India. He strong with the position in Ghazni and he turned to the India and he tried to capture to the India. Okay. So unlike Mahmud of Ghazni or Muhammad of Ghazni, he wanted to extend his empire by conquering India. So Muhammad Ghazni, what he did, he only the ambition is plunder the wealth. But Muhammad Ghori ambition is not only the plunder of wealth, he captured the more territories in India. So in 1175, Muhammad captured Multan and occupied all of it in his subsequent expedition. So 1175, Muhammad captured Multan and everything is bring his control. So in 1186, he attacked Punjab and he captured the Punjab. Muhammad Ghori attacked Punjab in 1186 and he captured Punjab. Okay. So Muhammad Ghori ambition is so not only the plunder to capture the territories. So next we are going to see about Battle of Terrain. So realizing the grave situation in which they were caught, the Hindu princes of North India formed the confederacy under the command of Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, so what happened? Muhammad Ghori one by one he capturing the more territories in India. So what happened in our country means our Hindu princes of North India they formed the confederacy. That means alliance. Okay, they made the alliance with the able commander of Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, so he studied about Prithviraj Chauhan. He is the Rajput. He is the ruler of Chauhans. He against Muhammad Ghori in the first battle of Tehran and he won. But the second battle of Tehran, Muhammad Ghori captured and killed Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, so that one story also is there. Long epic poem Prithviraj Rasa. It is composed by Bachchan Bardey. So this all we have discussed in before lesson during the Chauhan dynasty. Okay. So they made the alliance with the Prithviraj Chauhan. So Chauhan is the dynasty name. Who is the ruler means Prithviraj. So Prithviraj rose to the occasion and defeated Muhammad in the Battle of Tehran near Delhi in 1191. Okay, so Prithviraj defeated Muhammad Ghori the Battle of Tehran. Battle means fight, Tehran means place. So Muhammad Ghori defeated Battle of Tehran near Delhi. Which place? Battle of Tehran, where it is means near the Delhi in 1191. So this is called as first Battle of Tehran. So to avenge means revenge. So to revenge this defeat, Muhammad Ghori made serious preparation against Prithviraj. Okay, serious preparation against Prithviraj and he gathered huge army. He arrived with his large force in Lagur and he came to the Lagur through which way means Peshawar and Multan. So through the Peshawar and Multan, this Muhammad Ghori reached Lagur and sent a message to Prithviraj. He is sending a message to Prithviraj asking him to acknowledge his supremacy. So surrendered Prithviraj's supremacy and became a Muslim to trans to the Muslim. Who is asking Muhammad Ghori is giving the one chance to Prithviraj to change to become a Muslim. But Prithviraj rejected the proposal and prepared his army to resist. Resist means against the invader, against the Muhammad Ghori. So many Hindu king and chieftains also joined with Prithviraj Chauhan. So in the ensuing second battle of Tehran, the ensuing means continued. First battle after second battle is continued in the battle of Tehran in 1192. Muhammad thoroughly routed the army of Prithviraj, was captured and killed. But what happened unfortunately? Battle of Tehran in 1192. Okay, so the Muhammad thoroughly routed the army of Prithviraj. So Muhammad Ghori completely defeated the Prithviraj and he captured the Prithviraj and he killed the Prithviraj. Okay, so Muhammad Ghori completely defeated the Prithviraj and captured and killed Prithviraj in the second battle of Tehran. Okay. So conclusion. So now we are in end of the lesson. Okay, now we are in end of the lesson. Second lesson going to over. So the second battle of Tehran was a major disaster for the Rajput. What happened after second battle of Tehran? One of the herbal ruler Rajput is Prithviraj. He also killed by Muhammad Ghori. So second battle of Tehran was a major disaster for the Rajput. So their political prestige suffered a serious setback. So what happened after death of the Prithviraj? This Rajput completely defeated. The whole Chauhan kingdom now lay at the feet of the invader. So total Chauhan kingdom, because who is the able ruler? Prithviraj. So Prithviraj also died. So that Chauhan ruler, everyone now they are feet of the invader. Who is the invader? Muhammad Ghori. So the first Muslim kingdom was thus firmly established in India at Ajmer. So after death of Prithviraj, the first Muslim kingdom was established in India at which place? Ajmer. A new era in the history of India began, because before and all who is the ruler of India means Hindu. So after this defeated, Muslims start to rule in India. So after his victory over Prithviraj at Tehran, Muhammad returned to Ghazni to deal with the threat from the Turks and Mongols. So after Muhammad Ghori defeated the Prithviraj, then Muhammad Ghori went to the Ghazni, because what happened? Ghazni is one of the place. What happened means the Turks and Mongol, they tried to capture the Ghazni. So that Muhammad Ghori again went to the Ghazni and he defeated the Turk and Mongols. So after So after the death of Muhammad in 1206, the most capable general, who is the most capable general? Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay, who had been left behind in India to control Muhammad territories and India. After death of Muhammad Ghori in 1206, the capable general means the commander, okay, military commander, Muhammad Ghori, military commander Qutbuddin Aibak, he captured all the Muhammad territories in India and declared himself as the first Sultan of Delhi. So what is meaning of Sultan? Sultan means Muslim. Okay, so king only, but the Muslim king they called as Sultan. Muslim king they called as Sultan. So Qutbuddin Aibak declared himself as the first Sultan of Delhi. Okay, Muslim they called as Sultan. Muslim king they called as Sultan. Hyderabad king they called as Nizam. Karnataka king they called as Nawab. Okay, but everything the meaning is king. Okay, fine children. So this second lesson is over. So what we discussed in the second lesson: emergence of new kingdoms in North India, develop of the North India, origin of the Rajput, then the dynasty of Prithviras, Palas, Dharmabala, Mahibala, Chaugans, contribution of Rajput to art and architecture, then Rakshabandhan, contribution of Palas to culture, advent of Islam, Arab conquest of Sindh and its impact, then Mahmud of Ghazini, Muhammad of Ghori, Battle of Tarin. So this is all we have discussed in second lesson. I hope you understood this session very well. Next, map. So Tomaras, see the place. This is the North Indian Kingdom. So Tomaras, Delhi, Chauganas, then Kanauj, Prithviras, Chandilas, then Nalanda, then Kamaruba, Palas, Rashtrakutas, Cholas, Solangis. So this is all North Indian Kingdom. Okay, this everything is North Indian Kingdom. Next, recap. So Muhammad is said to have conducted 17 raids into India. So he came to 17 times. So 17 times also his success, he plundered more wealth in India. And in 1018, Muhammad plundered the holy city of Mathura. He plundered holy city of Mathura. And Prithviraj rose to the occasion and defeated Muhammad in the Battle of Tarin. In the second Battle of Tarin near Delhi in 1191. Okay. So Prithviraj defeated the Muhammad Ghori in the first Battle of Tarin near Delhi in 1191. But Muhammad Ghori defeated the second Battle of Tarin in 1192. Okay. Okay children, so second lesson, the history, 7th standard history, second lesson, emergence of new kingdoms in North India is completed. I hope you understood this session very well, this lesson very well. It was very easy. So next lesson, you are going to see emergence of new kingdoms in South India. Okay, this lesson you discussed in North India. So third lesson, you are going to learn in South India, later Cholas and Pandyas. Later Cholas and Pandyas. Okay, now answer the following. So explain about advent of Islam. Explain about advent of Islam. Write a note on Battle of Tarin. Write a note on Battle of Tarin. Next. So one of the important is current affairs. You should develop your knowledge. So today our current affairs is how many articles, parts and schedules are there in the Constitution of India. 448 articles, 25 parts and 12 schedules. So what is Constitution? So Constitution is our holy book. It is set of rules and regulations. Who is the father of Constitution? Dr. Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the father of our Constitution. So in that Constitution, how many articles, parts and schedules are there in the Constitution of India? So 448 articles, 25 parts and 12 schedules. Fine children. I hope you understood this session well. This class will be continued in the next video. So next video going to see about third lesson, emergence of new kingdoms in North India. Thank you.